Nigel Farage, the leader of the Brexit Party, another general election, another failure to win a single seat.
Yeah, but we've used our influence, and that's the important thing. I mean, look, we're a new party, we've got no councillors, we've got no base.
You're a finished party. You're over as a party.
Well, I tell you what, if we get Brexit, given that it was in the weeds back in February of this year, and we set this thing up, we put it back on track, if we get there, we've done a good job. I was determined in this election we would use our influence to stop a second referendum, and that overwhelmingly was behind the decision to stand down in 317 seats. And Jo Swinson herself has said that effectively that poleaxed her campaign. And then taking the fight to Labour was important, because what you're going to see tonight are dozens of seats that the Conservatives are either going to win or come very close, where they wouldn't have got close to it if we weren't there taking thousands of votes. Now, if you ask me, would I like to have won a few seats? Yes, of course.
No, I worked that out.
Of course, but it's very difficult.
The position you find yourself now is that it's full steam ahead to a Brexit deal that you don't want.
Yes, but I would prefer that to a second referendum and all the agony.
But you've also said it's not really Brexit. You told me in the leader's interview that when it comes before the European Parliament, you would vote against it.
If the current treaty on the table, with the political declaration, passes unamended, I can't bring myself to support it. Look, I've spent my political career trying to get Brexit, all right? We're going to get Brexit. Are we going to get the right one? Maybe not.
So it's a deal that you don't support, you haven't got a single seat, and your party has no purpose now.
But I killed the Liberal Democrats and I've hurt the Labour Party.
But that wasn't your purpose.
My purpose, was to try to get the right kind of Brexit. If we get half a loaf out of it, well, that's what we've achieved.
Is it time for you now to step down from politics?
Let's see where we are in 6 months. If we're back in crisis in 6 months, I'll have to put my hat back in the ring, won't I? I did it this year, I think fairly effectively. Let's see.
It's a bit like Groundhog Day for you then.
Do you know, I'm much happier seeing the exit poll where it is than seeing a hung parliament.
There must be a certain sadness, though, in you. Many people have credited you with Brexit. They say if it hadn't been for you, Mr Cameron would never have put that referendum promise in the 2015 manifesto. And here we have an election result which would seem to make sure that Brexit, in some shape, is going to happen. And on this night, you're written out of the script.
Well, you can do what you like. I can tell you that if we'd stood in every seat in the country, it would have been a hung parliament. That would have been a disaster.
We'll never know that, of course.
Well, I think the Liberal Democrats would have won an awful lot of seats. And as I say, when you see the scores on the doors coming in the Midlands and the North, you will see lots of seats the Conservatives are going to win because we've taken a Labour vote that would never vote Conservative.
But there is no future for the Brexit Party now, given this result, is there? All the initiatives.
No, it'll become the Reform Party. It'll campaign for reform. One of the reforms, of course, being not having a first-past-the-post system and giving people real choice.
With a Tory majority of 89, if the exit poll is right, good luck with reforming the electoral system.
I know, it's going to be very difficult.
In the foreseeable future. And will you even be a part of this? I mean, I understand you're off to America now to be Donald Trump's warm-up man.
Don't believe everything you read in the newspapers.
But I was told by one of your senior aides in the Brexit Party.
They're often wrong too.
But they're very close to you.
I've got no plans to leave the country.
You're not going to be whipping up the audience as Mr Trump comes on the stage?
If I'm asked to help, I may.
Ah, so you are, in other words.
If I'm asked to help, I may.
I would suggest that what follows from that is that as you travel around America as Mr Trump's warm-up man, this so-called Reform Party ain't going to happen.
Oh, if I spend a couple of weeks there, there's always time for the Reform Party.
The election's 10 months long in
I'm
America.
a campaigner for reform, OK? I wanted Brexit to happen. The only reason we're going to get any form of Brexit is because we had a referendum. Left to Westminster, none of this would ever
I understand
have
that. But the way you positioned yourself in the end throughout this campaign is instead of being a victory night for you, you're a footnote.
Well, I tell you what, I think we've used our influence hugely. Now, do I want to see some Brexit Party MPs to really hold the Prime Minister to account? If that doesn't happen, I'm relying on the ERG. Am I comfortable and confident with the decisions that I made and the effect on this election? Yes, I am.
How did you vote today?
I couldn't bring myself to vote Conservative, so I spoiled a paper.
You spoiled your ballot.
But hey, what does it matter? You know, look at tonight, dramatic election result, 2/3 of seats never ever change in this country. So how I voted, as with millions of others, under this system is pretty irrelevant.
Have you written your Donald Trump stump speech?
Not yet.
OK, we shall wait with bated breath to see it.
Thank you.
Nigel Farage, thank you.